Hello, welcome back to Galactic Reviews, and we watched the recent Bad Boys Ride or Die. It's the fourth installment or fourth movie in the series, or move in, I guess the
No, yeah, in it,
in
whichever way you want to say it.
in the in the series in the universe of Bad Boys, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose.
You want to start us off, or you want me to go first?
I'll let you go first because, okay,
Okay.
we'll just say this off the bat. All right. We were not prepared for this to an extent. Andrew has seen all of the movies and he's not with us today. And we've
Yeah.
only seen this one and I've seen the first one. So
So we will
we know
probably
nothing about
yeah
the story of any of this.
yeah
Luckily, the movie does give you a lot of flashbacks to help catch you up since it has been quite a while since the last installment for this franchise.
yeah. It
So it
gives you
does it gives you enough to
yeah
understand what's going on, which is very much appreciated. But I will say, with how much information it gives, this can work as a standalone movie to an extent. It gives you enough information to understand what's happening, what's going on, how these characters operate, that it could be a standalone movie if you haven't seen any of the others before. Even still, I'm trying to think how I want to word this for this movie. It was very difficult for me personally to get through. I'm a huge fan of comedy, but there's comedy and then there's this, which is, I'm trying to think, I can't think of the right word I want to use.
there was definitely moments that it tried to be funny, and it just wasn't.
Yes,
Um,
and it just made it more difficult for me personally to watch. Like I said, I haven't seen the other two movies, the second and third, and it's been years since I've seen the first one, so I don't remember exactly how some of the characters' personalities are
mhm.
or how they've evolved. But still, that's the only problem I had with it. As an action movie, I thought it was pretty good. I thought the idea and the plot was good. It kept you updated enough so you understand why they're in this situation, how they got in this situation, and everything, that
Yeah,
it worked for a fluent movie. It's just, it had its moments where it was just difficult to watch for me personally.
yeah. I didn't get that. I didn't get that way. At least not to that extreme. I did. I thought most of the jokes were more misses. There were a few hits that I thought were funny. A few quips I
Yeah.
thought were good. Like them essentially like that. It was painful to kind of like I get what they were going for, but it was kind of painful for like that trailer park scene.
Mm,
But then I thought it was funny that they had Reba singing Bad Boys" while as they're exiting. I thought that was funny. I found that one funny.
yeah, they had some
Um,
good moments, but
yeah,
it was mostly the first 30 minutes of the movie when I can't remember the name of the character, his partner, the one that died, his whole escapades of now he's immortal pretty much.
yeah. I don't think he dies at
That's
the. I don't think he
he doesn't
died.
die. He
Yeah, I
doesn't
guess
die. He
he
thinks he
has a heart
died.
attack, but he
Yeah,
keeps on
he
claiming he
thinks
died and then came back.
yeah.
Um,
His whole thing with that really, I did not like that. I can
yeah.
see how it could be funny, but that was the biggest turn off for me for this movie
For me, it just seemed like that
because
actor didn't feel like that actor in that role kind of came together at all.
yeah, I mean, I guess it's just I'm not
I'm
a
trying.
big fan of it because in the beginning it felt like a Black Panther type of sequence, and
It was
then
just
he started to make fun of the whole situation kind of. And I like, as I said, I we haven't seen the other movies, so we
mm,
don't know the comedy and how it's supposed to bounce off. But just seeing from this one movie, I wasn't a big fan of it personally.
yeah. I'm hoping that this isn't the way he normally acts in the other movies. This is just him going through like a existential midlife crisis.
I have a feeling that's probably what it is.
Because I mean,
Um,
they do make that joke where he says, "How long was your brain without oxygen?" So I'm
yeah.
thinking that
So
might be it. But
yeah, I'm because if from what I'm remembering from the first movie, the personality he showed in the beginning of the movie when he goes into the corner store to pick up a drink and everything, that's how his personality was in the previous movies.
mhm,
Kind of scatterbrained and stuff like that. And in this one, it was just a midlife crisis type of scenario, and it just
yeah,
did not hit well, at least with me.
the villain was interesting, and the way that they kind of went about it was interesting in a way. With the whole like they're essentially working with the cartel to prevent terrorism from coming over the border. Is I think what they were getting at.
I believe so, yeah. It was a unique
I
take.
got it was a unique take for sure. I got a few I got questions, but maybe they're well, I don't know if they're going to be answered later on, but the main character or the main bad guy, excuse me, he was taken in by the cartel and tortured, if I'm not mistaken, and now he's working with the cartel. So now I'm confused as to how that came into play.
Hey, look, torture changes people. That's all I can say. I have no idea. I'm
Yeah,
perfectly honest.
yeah, I don't know how exactly that came. I know they would try to make him like sort of like a guy who had been through crap and essentially got a raw end of a deal and is now
Hmm.
like the head of a thing, is now like
Yeah.
the head of like the essentially being the head of an organization that's kind of doing a lot of evil, kind of doing like he's trying to I want to say they have like a good goal in mind, but they're still doing a lot of evil crap. I don't know if that's just me overthinking it or they didn't think it all the way through. So
As I said, I don't know enough about the other three movies.
yeah,
I
maybe it makes
suppose
sense
we should
later.
have we should have looked up this information a little bit more
Yeah.
beforehand when we found out Andrew wasn't going to be here tonight.
Yeah. Well,
But we didn't have the time.
I know we did not.
I'm trying to think what else I can say about
Oh,
this movie. I mean, it makes it more difficult when you haven't seen the other three to
yeah.
talk about a fourth installment.
Yeah. I didn't really care that much. A lot of this felt just a lot of it just felt mid, just like a mid movie, like acting wise. Writing wise, I think was better than the acting, but not by that much. I think the soundtrack wasn't bad. I thought the
I mean,
cinematography wasn't bad.
I'll be perfectly honest. I mean, Will Smith always does good in his acting. Um,
Yeah, it's just the supporting that I kind of got was like a mid tier kind of.
yes, but it was, I don't know. To me, this felt like a no, I'm not gonna say that.
Say it. I'll cut it out. Just say it.
I was gonna say I just say Rush Hour is better.
Rush Hour.
Yes. Where's my Rush Hour 3? Have you seen Rush Hour?
No.
It's a very good movie.
Okay.
It's pretty much the same kind of gist. They're both cops, and it's another kind of comedy. Um, he's a cop from America. Jackie Chan's a cop from China. He comes to America to help catch a criminal. It's another really good like comedy.
Rush Hour 3 to catch a communist.
Maybe that's why it never went through.
Yeah, that wouldn't work over in China.
Nope.
I'm not disappointed in this film, but I'm also not like this doesn't make me excited to go watch the other three films at all.
Yes, I don't know
Um,
if this was a money grab, from because from what I'm understanding, it seemed like it was possible the third movie could have been very well the last one. I don't know how it ended, but from what I'm understanding, it kind of fits together where that could have been the last one, and they made this one later on as, hey, let's make another Bad Boys movie.
if that's the case, and then this film might have just been them trying to redeem the kid, and that's
Mm,
all it could have been. And
hmm
I mean, if they did a good villain in the third movie, and then they did this just to kind of redeem the villain a little bit, I'd kind of
Yeah,
be disappointed by that.
I don't know. As I said, it's just an idea. Like I said, I haven't seen the movie, so I'm not really. I know how it ends, but I'm not sure. Like, you know what I mean? The
Yeah,
sequence of events that follows through with it. If
yeah,
it ends on like, okay, they caught the villain, or okay, there's a villain still out there that is at large that they know of. But it didn't really seem like that, from my opinion. It seemed like they caught the killer of their mentor,
uh-huh.
the police chief, in the third movie. So that's why I'm like, it very well could have been originally that was the final movie, and then they made this one. But still, I say it was a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
As since I don't know much about the other movies, I think a 5 out of 10, just mediocre movie. It would be more if it wasn't for the beginning comedy, I suppose you could say.
I'll give this a 6 out of 10 because I did like the. I want to say his name was Maurice, but I'm
Yes,
not.
that's his name.
And
Yeah,
then I liked his character, and I liked Will Smith's character. I thought the two of them, acting wise, they did good. I think the writing wasn't that great, and the supporting actors were mid tier, kind of just just there, nothing special, but nothing bad.
yeah. Nothing gained,
Um,
nothing lost, really.
yeah, my thought on this movie might, after watching the other three, might raise or lower
Change.
this film.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the strangest thing for me was seeing Reed Richards in the film. So I wasn't
It
expecting
always,
that.
whenever I see him in any movie, all I see him is Reed Richards, and it always surprises me
Or that,
whenever I see him.
no, I sometimes see him as the other guy from, is that guy from 102 Dalmatians.
Okay, yeah, no, I completely forgot about that.
Dude, I love the live action ones because they're just the 101 Dalmatian live actions.
I just
They're
watched that
just
movie.
they're just
Um,
setups for those little bits where it's just
I just
slapstick
watched that movie
comedy.
for the first time about 2 months ago,
It's just
and
setups for those slapstick
it
comedies, man.
it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'll be perfectly honest. I thought
Yeah,
it was going to be a lot worse, but still, yeah, no. If you trying to think how I want to wrap this up.
yeah.
If you've seen the movies, if you've seen all the other movies, I can see this one being a good kind of ending
Well, I could also
to
see this
them.
being a bad ending if you thought the third film was a good ending,
Yeah, if you thought
and
the third
then
one was the ending, then I
because
can see
this,
how it's kind of it could be it could be fun again to get back into this world, get back into these characters, and then it could be disappointing that you're back in this world in this way.
yeah.
So
So
I don't know.
one line that
We'll
I,
have to ask Andrew.
yeah, one thing I
Give
thought
me
of was when it came to the villain guy, when like the cop lady cop was wanting to shoot the villain unarmed and everything. There was a perfect moment where she had the gun and he could have said, I think this line would have worked out well, where he stood up and said, you have, madam, you have two choices. You can either be like me or be like your dad. The choice is yours. Something along those lines. That would have been good.
that one would have been good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been a
Yeah.
real good line.
Something along those lines. And I was expecting it to come out of, like, just be used at some point, and it wasn't.
Something similar to it, yeah.
Something similar to it, and it wasn't
That would have
used.
been yeah, that would have been a good one.
But yeah, 5 out of 10 and 6 out of 10. So
It's middle of the road. It's not a
yeah,
bad
yeah,
as
no,
we said, it's not a bad movie, but we haven't seen the others. So
yeah. So on its surface, it's not a bad movie. In
yeah,
its
as a
own,
standalone, it's not bad.
in its along with its stuff that it was like previously derived from, that might deter it.
Join us next week for our review of the brand new Part 3 installment to Deadpool and Wolverine. So yeah, I was trying to think of something else. Hold on.
Part 3 of the Deadpool franchise, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, yeah, Deadpool space Wolverine. I don't, is it just Deadpool Wolverine?
Oh, I thought it
Or
was
is it
Deadpool
Deadpool
and
and
Wolverine.
Wolverine?
Yeah,
No,
Deadpool and Wolverine.
no, I don't like the end. It should just be Deadpool space Wolverine. Then again, did you hear, real quick, did you hear the original title for the Deadpool movie?
No,
It was
Deadpool
supposed to be
3.
Deadpool and Friend.
That's funny.
That was the original title. It got leaked and nobody liked it, so they changed it to Deadpool Wolverine. So let me know
They
in the
didn't know who the
comments.
friend was.
Yeah, let me know in the comments which title you liked more, Deadpool and Friend or Deadpool and Wolverine. So join us next week for that
And we'll see you next time on Galactic
on
Reviews.
Galactic Reviews.
Yeah, way to go, Zach.
Thanks. I try my best sometimes.